Depression support groups. How's life? This sounds like an abstract question, but in some cases it should be asked. Believe it or not, many individuals struggle with everyday life. You might ask yourself why. Well, there are a number of possible reasons. Their pain could concern a death in the family, a difficult separation, or possibly even the stresses of daily life. In spite of the criminal, the difficulty should be treated as soon as possible. This is why depression support groups are so accessible these days. It's time to take life by the horns again and get a grip on your somber emotions. Life is too short to be wasted being miserable. Have you ever been to any depression support groups? These aren't anything to be ashamed of. As we can see with new generations, our children are facing more and more problems that may result in them being depressed or feeling alone. The key to banishing this problem is through depression support groups. With the power of discussion and understanding, depression can be dealt with. Back when I was in high school, one of my closest friends suffered from severe depression after her mother died. Who could blame the girl? This kind of tragedy can certainly affect one's childhood. She began to sleep a lot and refrained from going to school as much as possible. Later she got into drugs and drinking. Finally her parents checked into depression support groups and got her help. Over time she was able to cope with her tragedy and move on. While we clearly can't forget something so devastating, we can go on living a wonderful life. It's all about dealing with it properly. You may want to look into depression support groups if someone you know is withdrawn from society and family. Some signs to watch for: concern, sleeping all the time, not eating, not wanting to leave the house, and drinking or drug use. These are all common signs of depression. If you have a child that fits that description, then it's time to consider depression support groups for help. Get online and find depression support groups in your immediate area. The key is getting help in a timely fashion. There is no time to waste. With the power of the World Wide Web at your very fingertips, you can get help for depression today and get back the life you can't live without.